Hello and welcome to End the Circle. Today we're going to be showing you guys how to replace or change the fuel pump in a Jeep Liberty. I think it's a 2008 Jeep Liberty 3 point, see what it is, a 3.7 liter. This is the actual Jeep here. Got it jacked up, got a couple of jack stands up under it. Because we were working off the ground, we're in the backyard, not at the shop. Taking care of it right here where the customer can't get it moved to. So I'm gonna go up under the bottom and show you a few things we'll have to get down and get replaced. If I can try to show it to you real quick. For one, that gas line right there, coming from the gas tank, from where you actually put the gas in, we're gonna be loosening and removing that. And then up here at the top, I'm trying to give you a better shot, but you can see two black lines with two hoses going to them. That one here and then that one back there. That'll be disconnected, and then that fella there will be disconnected. And there's also a wire assembly. Might not be able to give you a better shot of it until we actually get the tank down a little bit more. But there's your fuel pump assemblies inside of the tank. Most of your tank right there. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you the 4 bolts after we take those hoses. So 3 hoses and that wire connector off. We have this 1 bolt here. Second bolt there, which is on the bottom of the tank. This is the entirety of the tank. Try to show it to you. Get back a little distance, maybe. Show you the tank. Here is all this black that you see from here all the way to the back of here. Then there's 2 more bolts we'll have to take out as well, right there. That's number 3 and number 4. And as we come back in a little bit, show you how to get them off. We'll have the jack stand up under the fuel, up under the gas tank itself, to support it. Once we take the bolts down, then we'll lower it down by jack. If it was empty, if the tank was empty, but if we have to take the gas out to do it too, we may as well do that as well. So what I'll be doing is taking this gas line off. It's kind of hard to see. I'm gonna try to pull it up, but there's clips right here, and that's all the way across the bottom here. But the way to get to them is to unhook it from up here at the top, and be using a tool like this. Get ready to get it disconnected to pull them out, and that's gonna have to be that way with at least this one here, and it goes all the way to the tank back here, and also on the 3rd one. So hopefully I can get the camera to stay while I show you how I disconnect it and take it loose from right back there. Okay. Trying to figure out how I can get here to get the camera to stay, but I may not actually get to go in here and show it to you. So what I'm gonna do is try to reach up under here and show you half of the way, because it's gonna be kind of hard to do with one hand. Right at the top is where I got my hook at, and I'm gonna be pulling down this clip here. Let's see. Down here at the bottom, after the focus in, you may be able to see the actual clip that I'm gonna be taking off. Get my thumb up out of here, maybe give me a little brace. Tell you what, I'm gonna pause it, take it loose, and then show it to you. Okay, I got a piece of it already. Right there, maybe you can see. I'm gonna try to do a close-up. You have to forgive the video, but if you stick with it, you'll know how to take off one and not be intimidated by it. Nothing to it but to do it. And that clip down here at the bottom is what I'll be taking off. Just have to get to it from the top. Right back there on both sides, where I have one on the left. You can see the little hook in my finger there. Right there. And on the other side as well. And that's what it looks like with the piece out. Right. So now I get my finger up in here, right here. I'm gonna take that piece out, squeeze the line, take the hose off. One got a flashlight, supposed to give us a little better lighting up under here, but as you can see, right here, the piece that got the light on, might be too much light there. We've got it disconnected, they're gonna be taking the hose off. So once you get it pulled out, you should be able to push in on the hose that is connected to here at the back. And right there, the white piece, push in and pull back, and it disconnects. So the next one I'll be on to is this fellow over here. And like I said, because the location kind of hard to record and keep my hands in there and show you actually how to do it. But once it's unhooked, I'll show you how it goes back. All right. There's a screwdriver or 8 mil, that's smaller than an 8.
I thought it was a 10.
No, this ain't no 10. Most times it'd be 8s. 8 millimeter, but I ain't got no 8. This one right here, I definitely know it's an 8. Or a regular flathead. You might have one of those 8s and 10s. And what was it, 8, 10s, or 13s? We done lost them every set we can. Yeah. Nigga had to buy a whole new set for an 8. I got another. Here we go. One of these images might fit in there. I'm trying to think how big that was.
So that's what that's for. I could have thought it was for them.
And this right here's the next piece we'll be taking off. If you can't tell, the little hose pipe, the screwdriver in on it. I'm gonna be unscrewing him, getting him out of the way, so as we can disconnect the this hose here is connected to the outside where you take your lid off and cap off and fill it up at. So. Kind of rough one hand and doing it on the video, but that's all I'm going to do, be loosen this up and then taking this hose off. So right back at you. This will be the next boat we'll be taking off, which is the 15 millimeter. And trying to go ahead and get a head on her, get a good turn on her. So there are actually 5 bolts that take out from the bottom here. This is one that's attached really to another 2-bolt bracket here. And so kind of get you a better look at it then. 1, 2. We're just gonna take the top one out right there. Okay, great. That's good there. And we're gonna loosen up the other 2 we have. That one there and that fella there. And once we loosen those 2 up there, we're gonna set the jack and the board up under the tank, and it's good there. We're gonna loosen up and lower it down so I take the wire harness off the top of it. We get it disconnected and then the activator to extract the pump out for a little. All right, and we'll be right back once we get this. Now we got a jacking the board up under the gas tank. We'll go through and take out the rest of the 5 bolts that we talked about before, which won't be nothing too. I wish I had my electrical. Yep, so kind of hard to video and work, but we got the old fuel pump out, and the new one I've already switched this connector here. It goes back to the line that goes to the injectors, if I'm not mistaken. It came from here, and you have this device, and this little mechanism here is what helps your dashboard know how much gas is actually in your tank. This is your leveler here. It works and runs out the connectors here. There's a piece of metal or copper at the back that comes across this dial, touches it, and feeds back through the wire, through the electronics, and actually tells you how much you're getting. And there's other components that goes with it, with the injectors and everything else. When the gas is pumped up through the injectors, that comes through your throttle body sensors, and it tells how much oxygen gas to mix through your sparks plugs as well. So you can have low performance. Most time before you figure out one of these goes all the way out on you, you may end up getting your new spark plugs and wires thinking that's the issue. But a lot of times this fella here at the corporate, or well, that fella there, it's a good guy, bad guy. Been a great guy. He's not a bad guy for say he's a bad guy, but just bad because he's not working anymore. Not gonna go through the rebuild, just replace the whole thing. And actually have the tank here. My daughter actually had put in $20 worth of gas, so we got it in, got it up, got it jacked down. So now we're hand pumping it out and gonna dump those $20 out, which from where we're at now is like $3 and some change, like $3.29 a gallon. So she only has like 6 gallons, 10-gallon container here. But we'll get back to pumping. Okay, we finally got all the gas pumped out. About to remove this and then install the new pump. And also on top of the new pump, there's something I took off of the top of the tank. This is like a lock nut. Just take a screwdriver and hit around these edges, but they have like little spots I prefer to hit it on. If you can get to them while you're under there, little spots like that there. And you take your screwdriver and a hammer, and you hit those areas and move them. So we had to knock it this away to take it off. We're gonna get back under there and get the pump placed in the tank and get it flush and level. And then this right here, a bunch of the tank on top of the tank. On top of the tank, it has brackets that will fall into these grooves here, the bigger grooves, and they'll slide around. I'm gonna get a picture of it. Might not be able to show you actually doing it, but that's what you'll be doing. You'll be knocking it back on once you get everything level. Then you're gonna make sure that your connectors and your line going back to your injectors are back connected onto the tank and headed back in the right direction. Remember, one of your wire harnesses is gonna be connected back that way. So under the Jeep we go. We're gonna get this out of here. And just to let you know, our local store gypped my daughter. She didn't get her 6 gallons of gas. We might have 4 here. The store is only 2 miles from the house, so I know this Jeep not drinking like that. So what we're gonna be doing is actually taking this. I'm gonna wait my help come back. See if I can get him to hold the camera. I'm ready. So getting it back under here. I gotta do is also make sure that this right here, the float level switch goes in. So put it back in the way I took it out, and then I had to put it in first, and then start the pump in. I'm gonna try to go up under here and show you that that's one of the ridges I was talking about right here. That's actually a lip that sits on top of the tank. So that's what I'll be doing, is placing this in there, getting it level and knocking that back around clockwise. Now that we got it back in there, what we actually had to do, see can I get it, show a couple of these hooks here. They're in the grooves, and we had to get this part here flat, and I'm gonna show you on the old one. I'm gonna hook the Y connector up while I'm here, and it slides back on like that, and then it push locks with the red tab. That push locks it back in, locks it in. But this white lip here, in between those hooks, there's some little hooks that's on top of the tank that comes in and made like something like this right here, all the way around the base of it, that sits around like that. This piece sits in between two of those hooks, and the whole thing has to be pushed down and locked in, and then the lock goes on top of it, and it has the groove that we beat it around to lock it in. But for now that it's empty, we're gonna take it now and get it back up under and bolt it back in.
Go back and tighten them other bolts at the very top.
Okay, so we got our connectors back on, connected. Just had two people. It's kind of hard to film and put it back up, but we're just going back through connecting those same thing in the 4 bolts that we done from the beginning that we took down. 5 bolts, I mean. There's the 5th one, 2. The other one is on back behind that one, and then the other 2 are along the side. So we got the tank back up and connected. Gonna go up to the front and put the battery cables back on, and then crank her up. Gonna take out support stand and jack down and let her down. And that's how you replace a fuel pump in a 2008 Jeep Liberty 3.7 liter.